Hello everyone. So as per the Zithara Technologies round 2, we need to implement a PERN stack application using PostgreSQL, express.js, node.js and React.js. So first initially coming to the database, we need to insert a 50 dummy data into the customer's database. So I have created a customer's database. I have created a customer's database. In that customer's table, I have created a serial number, customer, age, phone number, location, and created at and also a 50 records of dummy data. Uh, so this how I created the PostgreSQL database. And so now coming to the front end application. So using React.js, I have developed this front end experience for the end user. So initially we need to import the React from the React library, and also we need to install Axios. Actually we can do this by using a dot then method also, but I'm using Axios. And this is bootstrap and used the React bootstrap library. So first initially coming to a function app. In this function app I have created a variables like customers, set customers, which where initially in use state I'm passing an empty array. And coming to the search term, uh, initially in use state I'm passing an empty string. And in sort by, initially I'm passing a data in the use state. And also for sort order also the default value will be ASC, like according ascending order. Same reflects for set order 1. And in current page 2, the default value is 1. And here also the loading, the default value will be 2. So here use effect. So in this use effect, the customers fetch customers function, function call is made whenever these functions will, whenever there is a change in these functions. So that I passed a dependency array. In this dependency array consists of sort by, sort order, current page, and search term functions. So here the fetch customers is an asynchronous function. So first initially I have wrote I have written a try block. In this try block, the response will be the response which will be the response will be like await axios.get, and passing the URL. This is the API. This is the API link or API URL, where which consists of a parameters called current page, sort by, sort order, and search term and search order 1. We are passing these parameters to the we are passing these parameters which will be receiving in this index.js file. So this response dot data. So and now the data which we will be receiving as a response, it will be converted into a JSON format, because we are using as a dot data. So which will be more simpler than using a dot then method. If any error occurs, I'm console logging the error. And I've declared the three functions called handle search, handle order change, or handle order change 1. So in handle search, the search term is like event dot target dot value, which is used for reading the input field. And also I've just set the current page as 1. So next, coming to the order change. So if any user clicks on the date button, if any person or end user want to sort according to the date, so this function will be executed, which I have written here. And also here also, when the user want to sort the data according to the time, this function will be executed. So in the return statement, I've created a div container, which is a bootstrap class. And this is the input field where the user enters the name or location. And coming to the buttons I have made here at date column. In this state I have created a button, and here also in time I have created a button. So when the button is clicked, this handle order change function will be executed. So on execution, on execution, it also checks for sort order is equal to ASC. If sort order is equal to ASC, which reflects this button. So when this button it will be this button is clicked, so if sort order is ASC, like here we can see, sort order is ASC. So this button will be inactive. This button will be inactive. So when I just made a click, when I just make a click on this particular button, this handle order change will be executed. This handle order change In this handle order change, it checks the condition in set sort order function. Sort order is equal to ASC. If sort order is equal to ASC, the sort order becomes uh, uh, like decreasing order, and set sort, like sort by will become like data. Sort by becomes the data because we are passing the data as a parameter in set sort by. And in handle order change one, set sort order one, it checks for the condition sets it checks for the condition for sort order one. If sort order one ASC, if sort order one is ASC, it executes this. The sort order becomes this, order one becomes this, and sort by becomes time. Okay. And then this so for console for rendering the the customers information, I'm using customers dot serial number, customer dot name, where customer is an object which we have been receiving here, which we have received here. We have initially passed an array. So we have passed the array. Here we have passed the array, and here set customers response dot data, which will be with where the data will be, where the response dot data completely passed into the array. So by using, so the curly braces helps us for the dynamic rendering. So coming to the pagination, here I have taken the set current page as a set current page. So initially current page is 1, so you could see here. So initially current page is 1. So when the pagination button is flipped to the next, the current page will be incurred by one, and another current page will be decreased by one, up to a maximum value of 1. That's it. So the pagination current page will be displayed. That's it. So all about the front end code, and we'll move to the backend. So in backend using Express, as using Express, I have developed this backend code. So the main dependencies we require for the backend application are this Express object, and this PG module. So I have imported this PG module using a require function. So port number I have gave it as I have gave at as 5000. So using this pool function, I've made a PostgreSQL connection pool, so that the database will be connected to the this backend application, like backend index.js. So by using app.get to get the information from the front end, you have to get the information from the front end user with a path of with end path. Like we need to select end path called class customers. So you can see here the end path is after the local host, the endpoint is the customers slash customers. So I'm using by getting that. So it consists of passing an asynchronous function as another parameter, which consists of request and response as two parameters. Here I'm storing a search term. I'm storing the search term as request.body, so that request.body. This request.body is nothing but the front end. In front end, when we enter any name in the search field, it reflects here. So the search term stores the input field. And next, I have created a try block. So in this try block, the default values like page sort by. So I have set a default values here. and next dot query. So the request what we have received there, will be reflected in these parameters, which will be reflected in these parameters. I have kept in curly braces, so these are the dynamic values. So rig.query rig.query will be the rig.query takes the information from the front end user and reflects here. So initially the and this offset is used for and this offset is used for used for page changing. So for firstly considering, I have declared a query one. So in this query one, I'm selecting the serial number, name, customer name, age, phone, location, and data created as date. So I'm extracting the date here and extracting the time here from the customer's base. So uh, and coming to this if block statement, if it consists of any search term, this query will be executed like concatenation will be done. So this query one will be concatenated with where customer name like where customer I like. So this is the dynamic value. So here the search term is a dynamic value. So the search when the search term changes accordingly, it will be reflected here too. And then coming here, the sort by it is received from the front end user. So whether the sort by the front end user has made a click on date. If a front end user made a click on date, the sort by becomes date, and the date will be matching will get matched here. So the statement will be the if statement will be true, and it enters into the block, and query one will be equal to order. Query one will be concatenated with this order by. Here the sort by so sort by and sort order are the dynamic values. So the sort by will be the date, and sort order will be the according to the according to the user click, which will be limited up to 20 records per page. And also the offset is nothing but it reflects about the page. And also in else if which will be reflected as which will be reflected as same as date also in time also. So in query one, so same here also, the query one will be concatenated with this order by, and it is a default one. So here I have kept the default as date itself. So default it just sorts like it, the sorting will be done according to the date itself. And and this await and this is the most important step we need to take care of. Pull dot query passing the parameter query one. Here this here this pull dot query sends this query to the database and executes there. So whenever the execution is made, it will be stored. The response will be it just waits for the response, and the response will be stored in this result. So this result is converted in proper rows, and passed into the JSON function, so that the result will be converted as the response the response will be converted into the JSON format. And if any error occurs, so we are just consoling the error with proper status with a status code like 500 internal server error. And app.listen, which listens which the server start listening uh, by using this listen function. So now we will just run this npm start for the front end, and node index for backend. So we have here we see server is running in the running on port 5000. So this is the information that is given, like our server is on. So now I'm clicking Y. So the backend data has been rendered in our front end application. So in page 1 we can see the 20 records, and when I click on this pagination button, so it has been changed, and page number also been changed. So you could see here the in page 2 also there the 20 records has been rendered, and coming into the third page the rest of the data has been rendered here. So I'm moving to the first page. So you could see here, so I just so this is the default one. So this is the default one. I'm just see the default is like the dates need to be sorted in ascending order. I just kept that as a default thing. So when I just click on this button, so the dates has been sorted in descending order. So the dates has been sorted into descending order. So moving to the next page 2, the dates has been sorted in descending order. And now coming to the time, yeah. So same reflects here too. The time also been sorted in a particular order itself. Uh, uh, so the time also sorted in ascending order. So now implementing the search functionality. So I just I just search for a name called David Kim. Yeah, in page 1 we are loading the David Kim information. So I just move to the page 2 and search for another name in page 2, like Jordan Lee. Yeah, so after entering this, the Jordan Lee has been loaded. So moving on to the third page. So I just want to search for Justin Clark. Yeah, so the data has been loading in this page. Thank you.